I'm Allendale's Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin with a look at your midday weather update. Current surface analysis shows that we've got a frontal boundary meandering through northern parts of Missouri, then down into southern Illinois and across into central Kentucky. This front needs to be watched very, very closely. Just to the north of it, that's where we saw all of the action fire off going back into yesterday afternoon, going through the overnight and through this morning. Looks like this could be a good area for action to refire this afternoon. One thing that will help will be the fact that there's a lot of cloud cover still in play over the eastern half of the Corn Belt, but we also think that warm air spilling over the top of this little frontal boundary could increase our potential for action. The front will sag southward over the course of the next 24 hours, generally pushing rains down with a focal point into Missouri, the southern third of Illinois, southern quarter of Indiana, and then along and south of the Ohio River Valley as well. We're going to keep an eye on that. Could see another half to 1 inch of rain there. Farther north, I think we'll have to watch late tomorrow into early Saturday morning. Low pressure, I think, will start to gather some strength back in Kansas here as we go through the late evening hours tonight and through tomorrow, eventually ejecting out and heading to the northeast. It may be taking a track far enough north to pull some good strong thunderstorms back into central and northern Illinois, central northern Indiana, and Ohio as we go through tomorrow night into Saturday morning. That's a new development on the models and one that they're not giving up on just yet, so we'll keep an eye on that. Could be another big push of moisture to finish out the week if we could do things the right way. Then we should be dry for the rest of Saturday and Sunday. Another front works into the Corn Belt as we move into Monday of next week. It's weak to start, then tries to funnel a little more moisture in across the eastern part of the Corn Belt, maybe through Tuesday into Wednesday. However, the latest forecast models are not pumping that one up quite as bad, not quite as much. And so maybe we'll escape with quarter to three-quarter inch rainfall totals there. Another front, though, comes in for the second half or toward the end of next week, then one right after or either on or after the 4th of July holiday. You get the idea. Our forecast pattern is going wetter. We mentioned this in the online write-up this morning, and there's no reason to deviate from it at midday. Models definitely are going a little bit wetter here, and we're seeing model agreement now among the models that it could be wetter. So instead of seeing 2 to 3 day dry periods in between weather systems, we may not see any more than a day to 2 days. It's going to be a hit and miss kind of deal. Maybe not as big of slugs of moisture each time, but moisture is going to be around. So if we have problems with too much moisture so far, I don't see anything over the next 2 weeks that says we're going to be able to get rid of those concerns. Temperatures are going to be cool in the east, but warm in the west. We're going to continue to see normal to above normal temperatures through the plains and maybe even into the extreme western Corn Belt. Meanwhile, we see temperatures dipping to normal and below normal levels over the eastern Corn Belt as we go through the weekend and through next week. Even with the moisture coming in, looks like we'll spend more time below normal than above. And that's the way things are stacking up. Kind of a short update here. If you've got any questions on the weather, something you need us to cover, give me a call at Allendale. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin.